Gemini. Welcome to our season for my Gemini son's happy birthday. It's June now. So, let's do our monthly tarot. It's timeless, this reading. So don't get too caught up on the date, the year, the time. It finds you when it's meant to find you. I titled the videos as such so that they resonate with those they're meant to find. I intend this video to be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I intend the message to be for those who need it, not those who want it. So if it doesn't resonate, leave it. This reading is general, so don't expect all of it to resonate. Just take what resonates and leave the rest, you know? Okay. Let's get into your reading. Spirit guides, benevolent ancestors, and guardian angels, please help me to connect with the collective of Gemini that needs to hear this message, and to communicate clearly this message to them. Today I'm using the Cat Tarot. I just needed something lighthearted. The way May is ending, it's been rough. And we may feel like we're searching for sustenance. We're searching for sweet water, something to heal us, something to nourish us, and we're not finding it. Whoa, that is way too many, Spirit. Thank you. The Four of Cups. It's what's being offered is these cups are empty. And so I feel as though we're seeing that we have emptiness here. But I think what we need to remember is that we have the vessels to be filled. Instead of thinking of it as, oh, I have nothing, you could think of it as, I have a vessel that can be filled now. I have more capacity. I'm receiving a vessel in order to be filled up. And now I can receive more, even though at this point in time, the vessels are empty. And I really, these cards are so goofy, right? But this Page of Cups is just like really an initiation into seeking and to really going into this cat going into the toilet to drink, right? You may be misguided in where you're seeking this nourishment from, where you're seeking this emotional fulfillment from, because again, we're talking about the cups, both Four of Cups and the Page of Cups. So this is about our emotional life. So we may be misguided in where we're seeking this fulfillment from. And because this is something that we're kind of new to, Gemini energy definitely has a way of compartmentalizing, of not engaging with the emotions, of being much more interested in the discrete details and the facts. And while that's really important to be even a fact checker and to be able to communicate on both sides of the fence, sometimes we're not engaging with the emotional reality that we feel as a result. Let's see. I guess if you're going to drink out of the toilet, just make sure you flushed it first at the very least. So either we're going to sources where there is no fulfillment to be had at this time, or we're going to sources that are unhealthy for us. What can Gemini do about this? This could be a person, place, or thing. For many of you, it's likely a person. There's also a call to Gemini. Gemini energy in general is a great communicator. But what are you communicating? They're great at being chatty, or being Mercury ruled, but are you being honest about the way you feel? Are you communicating the emotions that come up for you in an honest way, in a sincere way? And I feel like when I see the Page of Cups, this is a signal for sincere emotional communication. Whoa. I'll take that one. One moment. All my cards just went all over the place. Oh, wow. More cups. It's this is the reading of the cups, right? This is 3 of Cups. And here, this is like having, the traditional Rider-Waite, Smith-Waite deck of the 3 women, like kind of the 3 graces, holding up cups together in celebration and like being with your girls, like being with your friends, being with the people that make you feel nourished and fulfilled. But the card comes in reverse. So for some of you, this is definitely this feeling of lack of community. You don't have camaraderie. You don't have you're not, like, especially in this picture, the bowls are overflowing. These bowls are overflowing with energy, with this beautiful, emotional, cleansing energy. And I feel as though there's this, like, inability or feeling of this inability to actually be worth partaking with. So this could be a sense of self-isolating. In some cases, I feel as though there's a fear of being emotionally available and even to let it out with other people. And that you'd rather go back to someone or something or someplace, or even within yourself, in a way that's toxic, to try to get those needs met. But I think that the real solution to this feeling of lack, and remembering that now we have vessels to fill, which means our capacity to hold nourishment is greater. We have to find our worthiness within ourselves to find the community that's going to fill these cups up first. Some of you are just afraid of people. You're afraid to be seen. And, I'm a Gemini Sun, South Node. I am feeling this reading. This is also for me. Ooh. This way. Much easier. Just folding it the wrong way. What else, Spirit? What else does Gemini need to know? That one. Wow! Okay, I'm sorry. Would you believe it? It's another Cups card. Another Cups card, and this one is the 5 of Cups. The feeling of lack, the feeling of loss, and in this card, this is a little different. And I don't know if you noticed here, but it says May. So this may have been May. This may have been something that happened in May, and with a lot of the news that has come about if this is a timely reading for you, and seeing the calendars kind of signal that might be an important thing to talk about, is that there's this deep sense of loss and grief that has come, especially around the end of May, that we are in the throes of processing still. And summer is going to bring something big in regards to that. I think that's a message I've been receiving that is not really something that's present in the card. That said, I'm going to consult the book on this one, not because I don't know what the 5 of Cups means. I've been doing this for 5 years. I know what I'm looking at. It's more that this specific deck has a different interpretation, and I want to see if that is applicable. So give me a moment. Okay, yeah, that is why. A bridge in the distance is a good sign, leading you to where you're supposed to be. Friends and family may provide fresh bowls and help you move forward. So for some of us, especially if the toxic well that we're pulling from is a place, a space that we're inhabiting that isn't nourishing to us, but we are afraid to leave because we haven't really, it took us so long to find that space in the first place, right? It took us so long to find people that we felt safe with. And sometimes, especially if you are still healing from childhood trauma, or even things before your childhood, what feels familiar will feel safe to you. But I think you're coming to see that there's nothing really left there here. And I think the fact that this calendar, the month behind us, says something to the fact that it's about something that we took from, or a preconceived notion that led us to the space, the person, the thing now. So it's the past that influenced us to be where we are now, right? Duh. But those notions are changing. As we heal through them, we start to see what is lacking. We start to see what was unhealthy about those spaces. And the hard part getting to that point, obviously that was difficult. Getting to the point of recognizing this doesn't fulfill me. This doesn't fill my cup. In fact, I feel dry. Lots of dehydration. Even my throat felt dry. We have to move on. We have to find a new place, somewhere that feels foreign to us. We have to find a new space and find new people. And it's going to feel really scary to do that because it's not what we're familiar with. And familiar to the ego is safe, even if it's unhealthy. So if you have a hard time leaving the past in the past and, using those past experiences to inform what you feel like is safe now, doing something new is going to be hard. I think that's true for anybody, regardless of moving away from what you feel safe in, to something that feels unsafe because it's unfamiliar. That's tough work. Also, just the predominance of the emotional element, the water element in this reading, every single card it's really about feeling your way through it. And I just did some inner child readings on my TikTok, if you want to go look, though. You might have to scroll because, I'm recording these before I post them. And TikTok comes out right away, right? So it's really indicating to me that what the healing, or that the emotional life, the inner child, which is your emotions. I like to think of the inner child as emotions. I just heard a dog. Which is funny because I have the cat Tara out. But that's what's on the table, is really getting in touch with the way you feel. Whether you want to use the word inner child, some people feel weirded out by that. It's been deeply helpful for me, and I think a lot of people do inner child work now. But it comes in waves, it comes in levels. Let's see, what else? Anything else, Spirit? Also, just don't let past hurts keep you away from something new and exciting. Ooh, we got a different suit element. So this is a elemental shift. I think when you either go through, like, the motion of emotion, you go and you process and you feel and you release, you move that energy through the body, because emotion is just energy in motion. Right. Then we come to, like, this really happy, playful energy. This is feisty. You get to embody the part of the, like, when the inner child has to feel their feelings, like, you gotta let them feel their feelings, right? But then also there's, like, happiness here. There's joy, there's passion, there's that stuff that lights you up. All of the wands in this deck are related to play. They're related to toys. They're related to excitement, passion. And I think you get to play with other people. You have to... okay. So, if you're part of the crowd that feels unsafe with people, or at least not necessarily in a physical sense, for some people that might be true, that would be more of a pentacle situation. If you emotionally don't feel safe enough with other people to allow them to see who you are, what's really happening is that you feel unsafe with yourself. Your inner child does not trust you enough, likely because there hasn't been a consistency around this. Sorry if this feels triggering to be pointed out this way. Your inner child doesn't feel safe enough to feel as though you will protect them from other people's judgments, other people's criticisms, other people's, stuff, right? Other people will project how they feel about you, or not how they feel about you, how they feel about themselves on you. Forgive Mercury retrograde. Forgive me, Hermes. I cannot tell you all the snafus. Luckily, this will be coming out around the time Mercury stations. So, yay. Very happy to be stationing direct, at least. But you have to be able to filter out other people's projections of you so that they don't hit your inner child. Right now, it feels though it's like you don't feel safe with other people because you're afraid of their projections, because you don't have a way to defend yourself from them. You take them on as if they're your own. You let other people dress you. It's kind of a weird way to put that. You allow other people to decide how you present yourself and how you decide to present yourself to the world. So you have to learn to have unconditional love for self, unconditional love for your inner child, and to always affirm to your inner child. And it's not that what people say to you isn't going to get under your skin. It's not that you will be completely immune to hearing criticisms about you, to feeling misunderstood. That is going to continue to happen. The difference is that instead of just becoming a victim to it every time and taking it on as if someone else's projections are just your truth, you can recognize the emotion and continue to soothe and debunk it. Someone tells you, whatever. Let's say someone insults you. You feel insulted. You feel triggered in some way, shape, or form. Doesn't really matter how. That's going to look different for everyone anyway. And you have the feeling well up inside you. Well, what do? You go take a moment with your, it's like having a kid who's having, a tantrum. Or not even necessarily a tantrum, who's, crying. What do you do with that little kid? You take that kid aside and say, hey, I love you. hey, you're worth it. What other people say about you is not you. And there's nothing you could do or say or feel that will change my love for you. And at every stage of your life, you deserve love. You are always going to be loved. Oh, I'm getting emotional hearing that. I have said that to myself so many times, and I've said that to my kid before, and, you know, it doesn't hit me that hard anymore, so it's funny that it's hitting me this way now. So finally a new card. And again, the Wands, and, oh, this is a Six of Wands. And it's a kitten. So when you let yourself, like, let loose and find play and like find joy in the thing that makes you happy, like, your little kid is gonna be that, the peace that guides you to that. Oh, I want to cry. I don't ever want to cry in readings. I rarely want to cry in readings. Oh, that's just beautiful. Oh, sorry. And it's just like what makes life joyful. You find your passion again, you find that, and you also, because this is the Six, this is the Six of Wands, this is also a celebration with others. The Six in the Smith-Waite is, you know, procession, is being recognized, being seen, and it's your inner child just wants to be seen so bad. I'm sorry. Your inner child just wants to be recognized by you, but also in a safe community. Oh, I don't cry. I'm an ugly crier. Gemini, this is a beautiful reading. I think I'm going to pull maybe one more card. There it is. And finally, a major arcana. It's the Wheel of Fortune reversed, which I don't take as a negative thing. I'm feeling as though this is about wrapping up a cycle you've been in. Like, I see a cat, it looks like it's on a hamster wheel, right? You've been doing this for a long time. You've been treating yourself this way for a long time. Or allowing whether or not, usually we become our own bullies, right? We become our best bullies. We're taught by our family and our environment exactly what it thinks of us, and then we take it on. We accept the agreement, and it becomes internalized, and so we've been on the wheel for a really long time. And you may still be on the wheel. And there are always going to be different octaves of this lesson for you. But you see you're on the wheel now. And that's the first step. Gemini, I think that's your reading. Feels like it. There's a lot of joy. There's a lot of joy waiting for you at the end of this desert. Because that's kind of what I'm getting, like a desert feeling. Like you were drinking from a toxic well, and now you're realizing you'd rather deal with the scarcity than continue to drink from it. But finding the nourishment, finding the fire, that is going to lead you to something bigger and better for yourself, and you deserve it. Mwah. I love you so much, Gemini. If you like that reading, please leave a like. Hit all those little buttons. You know what to do. I just want to remind you because YouTube tells me I need to. I don't know. Anyway, You have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope that was helpful. Bye.